Alert. CWF is live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bell sounds on our opening contest. One fall, 15-minute time limit between the Lost Cause, Nick Richards, and Show Smooth, Chris Lee. Months and months of aggravation between these two, dating all the way back to Battlecade in December. But believe it or not, this is the first one-on-one matchup in a CWF Mid-Atlantic ring between Chris Lee and Nick Richards after all this aggravation, and that is what will kick us off this afternoon at the Reading Rumble, our big culmination of our co-promotion with the Alamance County Public Libraries. Brad Stutts and CL Party are in the booth. CL, it's a beautiful afternoon, and we've got this place packed with kids that participated in the summer reading program and some wrestling fans checking us out for the very first time. It's going to be a fun afternoon here at the Reading Rumble.
Definitely. You can tell right away these people are behind Chris Lee in this matchup.
Nick Richards not typically one to garner a lot of fan support. They lock up. This issue dates back to Battlecade in December, when Aaron Biggs and Jason Miller crossed paths in a scramble match that would determine the very first holder of the golden ticket. Lance Lude won it, would later use the golden ticket to capture the Ultra J championship, but Jason Miller and Aaron Biggs crossed paths in that match almost immediately. At the start of the year, we saw Nick Richards and Chris Lee become involved in that tag team rivalry, and we've seen these guys compete in all sorts of matchups in the past 7 months. But like I said, first time ever one-on-one in a CWF Mid-Atlantic ring between these two, and Richards is not looking too eager to step back in with Show Smooth. You got to think undeniably, you're looking at these two. Chris Lee, great conditioned athlete, takes care of himself, eats right. Nick Richards eats whatever he can find in a dumpster or along the side of the road or whatever. So you got to think if this thing goes long, endurance and conditioning, it's going to be on the side of Chris Lee.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever these two have, crossed paths before, there's been that tag team partner Nick's always had to kind of get some rest, but now it's all on him.
Richards got that fist closed, looking for that big punch, but Chris Lee is putting enough pressure on that wrist that he's not letting Nick Richards execute that punch. Closed fist illegal to begin with, and now Richards complaining to Robby Walsh. Robby Walsh having a good hair day so far.
Yes, he really is.
It is early in the afternoon. Chris Lee hitting these people up. It's a full house here at the Mako D. Bigelow Community Center here in Burlington. Great new venue for CWF Mid-Atlantic. Some of the CWF officials talked to some of the staff here at the venue, and we could see CWF Mid-Atlantic return to the Bigelow Center in the months to come. You'll want to check out CWF247.com for the information if further dates are announced here. But it's going to be a great afternoon. We've got 6 big matchups scheduled, and Richards now raking the face of Chris Lee. Full CWF Mid-Atlantic crew is in attendance. We've got Donnie Dollars, the All-Stars, former Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion Arik Royal, television champion Manny Garcia, some stars from the Rising Generation League, some up-and-comers, former RJL champ Chet Sterling, Weaver Cup, semi-finalist Marcellus King is in the house, and of course these two kicking it off for us here this afternoon. Chris Lee up and over, right there on the arm drag. Richards hits crossed into the canvas, and a big drop kick.
Not looking good for him.
cover here from Lee. Only gets a count of 2. Got to think for either one of these guys to pull off a win here. It's going to be a very, very big day for them because it shifts the momentum in that rivalry. You know, we've seen Jason Miller and Nick Richards drop Chris Lee on his head. We've seen them drop Chris Lee and Aaron Biggs on the concrete floor. You know, we've seen a lot of nefarious antics over the past few months from these guys. Shoulder tackle from Richards takes him down. If Chris Lee can pull off a big win here, it's going to shift momentum in that rivalry to the side of Chris Lee and Aaron Biggs. If Nick Richards can pull off the win, belly to back. No sir, Chris Lee not gonna let him have it. Throws one, caught him right behind the ear in the back of the head there. Richards baited him into the ropes and Chris Lee goes all the way out to the floor. If Richards can pick up a win here, it's gonna gain a lot of validity to his claims that he never needed Jason Miller to score a victory. Jason Miller not here on the outside tonight. Richards is on his own and he's on the apron. CL, he's gonna fly. Ooh.
And to that same effect, Aaron Biggs is now here to help Chris Lee, so he can't stop some of this dirty playing that Nick's doing.
It's one-on-one, and right now Richards has got the advantage. He just dropped that big flying elbow off the apron onto Chris Lee.
Crowd trying to get him back up there.
Chris Lee down on the floor. We could see a count out here. He's trying to pull himself up. This crowd, a lot of energy here on this Sunday afternoon. But Chris Lee is hurting on the outside. Baseball spot, 2 boots right in the face. And that will affect his camera presence on WXII this week.
I think Nick Richards almost likes that more. He likes the fact that he can mess him up and he has to be on camera the rest of the week and see what he's done. Richards,
a dirty, grungy, slimy individual and will take any shortcut imaginable. And Richards really lives here on the outside. Nick Richards lives on the floor. He would much rather be fighting out on this hard floor than he would be in that ring.
Kind of getting involved with some fans there.
Big shot right to the bread basket. Chris Lee firing away, creating some space between him and Richards here. Oh, pulled him off the buckle, hit the back of his head on that top buckle, and look at the look on Richards' face. Ferocious in his assault cover. He did a good job of getting the weight up over the shoulders, CL, but it was only for 2.
I don't think Nick Richards is going to mind punishing him a little bit more either.
Richards surfboards the arms. Oh, just rides his face down into the canvas. Seen a little bit more wrestling from Richards. Cover 2. No weight was on that far shoulder.
But I think, like you said, he's feeling the pressure to kind of make the point that he can do it on his own without Jason Miller out here.
Yeah, normally Richards never minds relying on Jason Miller for an advantage. He'll pick up a chair, he'll pick up a pipe, he'll pick up a chain, he'll pick up anything. We're seeing a little more wrestling than normal out of Richards here. To your point, CL, I think he might feel like he's got something to prove here. If he can beat this guy, ooh.
There's a mistake that could cost him.
That's going to affect his social calendar. Gorgeous enziguri, just put it right in the back of the head. And now Chris Lee is looking for an opening.
He might be taking a little too long to pin him here.
1, 2, no sir. Nick Richards able to shake it off. That was one of the most beautiful, well-placed enziguris I've seen.
I agree. I just think if he could have gotten over there a little more quickly, he could have put him away there.
Richards down in the buckle. Chris Lee stomps away. No, into that middle turnbuckle. Great matchup to open things up this afternoon. Richards likes to use that Dick Slater elbow to the back of the head. Is he going to wait for Chris Lee, or is he going to come right off? He's going to come right up on that middle turnbuckle. Did not get it, though. No water in the pool.
set up and take advantage of this. Crowd's starting to rally behind him again.
Big opening here for Show Smooth, Chris Lee. Big clothesline. Back elbow. Chris Lee is great with those kicks. Did not get it on the full and drops the elbow. That was a great move from Richards. Richards does not get a lot of credit for being a thinking man in that ring, but that was a great move from him to avoid that big kick to the face. German, no sir! Richards does not let him have the German.
And you have to think, even though these two haven't been together in singles competition, they've had a lot of tag teams facing each other, and, you know, battle royals, all kinds of things like that. They know each other pretty well at this point.
Torture rack, maybe into that cutter. No! Drops it down, cover. 2-0. Great move from Richards, thinking in that ring. This has got to be the sharpest I've seen Richards look in a number of weeks, possibly even months here at CWF Mid-Atlantic. And I think you're right. I think wanting the victory here in this one-on-one bout, wanting to show that he can do it without another cutter. No! Schoolboy only got 2.
Now's where we're really going to see what Richards is made of, because we just passed that 10-minute mark, and like you said, I have to wonder if he can keep up with the endurance.
Butterfly, he likes to send him to the buckle on this when he can. Chris Lee is trying to fight it. Richards loves that butterfly into the buckle, but Chris Lee, I do not think is going to let him have it.
See, that's exactly what I was talking about. Chris Lee knew exactly what he was trying to do, and he was able to counter it.
Woo. Rallying this crowd. Richards hits the buckle. Endurance is going to play a factor here as we pass the 10-minute mark. Chris Lee going for those kicks again. Boom! He got him on that one. I don't think Richards had enough presence of mind to avoid it. 2.5. Do not think Richards had the presence of mind to avoid that kick again.
He still has that instinct to kick out, though.
Chris Lee going to the buckle here. He is very comfortable up in that high rent district, that top turnbuckle. Likes to come off with a big splash. Oh, Richard gouged him in the throat. Slugs with that right.
Now it's looking Chris Lee is not where he wants to be on top of those ropes right now.
Richard's going to see a superplex here, perhaps.
Chris Lee fighting back.
Trying to. Dangerous position with both men on the buckle like this. Just barely slugged him off. Richard going back up to meet him.
You can just see they're both so tired at this point. They're giving it all they've got. They want to end it right now.
Richards headed back up to the ropes here. Big superplex. Richard might be going for that big butterfly off the top. No, gonna be the traditional superplex. Chris Lee has got to avoid it. I think the next big maneuver is going to end this fight. Oh, Richards crashes. Richards crashes hard into the canvas. Chris Lee getting people on their feet here. Hold on, Richards has got to be defensive. Chris Lee soars, cross body. And he got it. Huge win for Show Smooth. Chris Lee here at the Reading Rumble.
12 minutes, 53 seconds, your winner by pinfall, Chris Show Smooth Lee! Welcome to the ring, Jor-El Boltington!
Prospects of the Rising Generation League taking center stage here at the Reading Rumble. Jor-El Dupree against Jesse Adler, two students at the Mid-Atlantic Dojo. And these guys have been partners before, matched up as opponents on this afternoon. Going to be a good test for Adler as you see him locking up with the big man. Adler undeniably is going to have the quickness advantage. Jor-El Dupree, you got to think will have the power advantage, and that right there is what Adler will need to do to get this big man off his feet, Theo Party.
Definitely, he's got to get as much in as quick as possible right now to kind of wear him down a little bit.
Jor-El just making fun of this kid right now.
You got to think, these are two fairly new guys to CWF. They got a lot to prove out here, so both of them really want to get this win.
So many guys in the Mid-Atlantic Dojo coming up right now. Oh, forearms them right off the edge of the apron. So many guys coming up right now trying to make a name for themselves. If you want to join our professional wrestling school located in Gibsonville, North Carolina, all the information is at CWF247.com under the training school link.
Like you said, these guys have been partners in the past, but no sign of that here. They're both hungry for that win.
Gorgeous leg drop. All that power and weight into the chest of Jesse Adler. Cover, two, only got two. Interesting matchup whenever you see two rookies matched up against each other. You know, there's no one out there helping them. There's no coach, so to speak, calling plays from the sidelines. It's what can these guys do to play off of their training? What have they learned in their time at the Mid-Atlantic Dojo? What can they put together here to come up with a big win? Always interesting whenever you see two rookies go at it against each other. The experience level is about the same. Adler may have had one or two more matches than Dupree, but it's pretty close.
Well, Jor-El Dupree is doing what he needs to keep Jesse Adler down. Like you said, he's got that quickness. He just needs to keep him down, and both of them are trying to just wear the other one down first.
Trying for that shin lock there is Dupree. Adler trying to get out of it here.
He does.
Oh, the crossbody. That's the size and strength advantage. Woo! Cover, 1, 2, no.
That was a very smart move. You see, like you said, they're rookies, but he knew enough to get him away from that rope to try and make that pin.
Yeah, 100% agree. Great presence of mind there.
Definitely see their training coming through in this match.
Dupree getting a little bit of a negative reaction here from this crowd.
I think our referee Red here is going to have a lot on his plate trying to keep these guys, like I said, they're both hungry, they're both trying to get this win. They might get a little carried away, so he's got to keep them in check, so to speak.
Undeniably, he's got to make sure they don't get disqualified here also.
One simple mistake can cost you.
Now going to the buckle did not work out well for Nick Richards in our previous bout. Let's see how well it works for Dupree right here. That turnbuckle might be cursed.
They got to pick a new corner.
Adler, second row. Cross body, could not make the cover though. Dupree got him up. Oh, gorgeous shooting star. Two, only two.
Again, great instinct from Jesse Adler there, knowing that pulling off gave him time, so he had to hit him with another move before he went for the cover.
I was trying to put him where he wants him here. Dupree might be on Dream Street. This could be a big opening for this kid. Oh boy. Oh, 450 crashed it. burned on the 450 and he's hurt and paying for it. Good Lord, kicked Adler right in the mouth. And that will do it. Dupree gets a big win here at the Reading Rumble.
5 minutes, 14 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jor-El Dupree. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for singles action. One fall with a 15-minute time limit. Representing the Aftermath, would you please welcome Chet Sterling.
Don't sit there, don't look at me, turn around. Turn your head around and don't look at me.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent today, one half of the Hillbillies, it's the Southpaw, Aric Andrews.
Get out right here, Dusty, come on, battle. Let me get just a second to get my back in order. Hold on, man. Let me set my stuff down, man. I don't want no shenanigans out of you tonight, Joey Hogan. Let's hurry this deal up, okay? Obviously, ring the bell.
Two of the longest running teams in CWF Mid-Atlantic going at it here in our next bout. Representatives of the Aftermath and of the Hillbillies, as former Rising Generation League champ Chet Sterling faces off with one half of them Hillbillies, Southpaw Aric Andrews, one half of the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions.
And here's another case of someone who's got a chip on his shoulder, something to prove. Chet Sterling, he's been out for a couple months with that injury to his collarbone, cost him his championship, and so he's back now and looking to show what he can do.
Absolutely.
Have to wonder though, like I said, he's been out for a while, he might be a little rusty. Aric Andrews, like you said, new champion, he's been wrestling, all over the state, so it'll be an interesting matchup.
That's a great point to consider. Chet Sterling has spent, time doing physical therapy for a broken collarbone. He's been going to doctors. He has not been wrestling a full schedule like Aric Andrews has. To his credit, Aric Andrews, one of the guys on the CWF roster that I would say probably travels the most as far as making towns outside of the CWF Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. We'll see Aric Andrews in action in Greensboro, in Scarborough, in Kinston, and even as far as Clarksville, Indiana. Aric Andrews, one of the guys that absolutely he tries to find something every single weekend, whether there's CWF Mid-Atlantic or not, and a lot of times he'll pick up wrestling matches through the week as well. Not a lot of guys on the CWF roster that are in better ring shape than Aric Andrews. I'm not saying that he spends a lot of time at the gym, but ring shape, fighting shape. Aric Andrews can go with just about anybody that you can put him against, and Chet Sterling's hair getting a little razzled, and he's not happy about it.
Chet Sterling, not anything against him, but he does get frustrated very easily, and I think that's cost him a couple times.
Andrews taking him to the mat here. You're right about the ego and the attitude of Chet Sterling.
But to his credit, that, you know, a lot of guys, when they get injured, they go away. We don't see them for a while. Chet Sterling has been coming around. He was here. He was here supporting Trevor Lee. He's been, you know, around the ring, if not in it.
Always willing to stick his nose in to help out Trevor Lee.
It'll be interesting to see because Trevor Lee isn't here tonight to help him, and neither are Bobby O'Neill or Evan Banks here to help Aric Andrews, so they're on their own.
Situation very similar to our opening contest where these guys are accustomed to being in a tag team situation. They are in singles action right now, all the way up and over. Good move from Sterling. Sterling has had a little bit more success as a single than Andrews. Cover only got about 1.5. Former Rising Generation League champion, Aric Andrews just could never quite capture that RGL championship from Joe Black after months and months of chasing, but did end up finding great success with Evan Banks and Bobby O'Neill as the Killbillies, where he's one half of the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team champion. So interesting to see how this plays out here. Andrews takes plenty of singles bookings on the side when he's not with the Killbillies, so he's not going to be as out of practice of having a singles match as maybe Nick Richards might be. He has yet to find the singles success in CWF Mid-Atlantic that Chet Sterling has. Rising Generation League champ for a number of months, even holds victories over the likes of Lee Valiant, Ric Converse, Andrew Everett. Chet Sterling has beat some major important people in his time here in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Chet Sterling trying to get the crowd a little riled up.
Joey Hogan putting a count on him. Sterling charges. Oh, wait, against the back of the neck. That drops the throat into the middle turnbuckle. Andrews is gasping for breath on the ropes right now. We talked about him being in great ring shape, and he is. But once you get your throat up against that middle rope or the top rope or any part of the ring, basically, it's hard to catch your wind.
Chet Sterling, on the other hand, never seems to be out of wind. He's always got something to say.
Fires him into the top turnbuckle now. Andrews got to come back from a defensive position here.
Crowd rallying behind Aric Andrews.
Sunset flip here. Good move from Andrews. Feet over the shoulders. Only got a count of 2. And Sterling is right there. Great presence of mind from Sterling. Like him or not, great presence of mind right there.
Yelling at referee Joey Hogan there.
And now just raking his face against the canvas here.
Joey Hogan's definitely got to keep an eye out on Chet Sterling. He is not above, you know, dirty tricks to win.
Andrews fighting back here.
There's that southpaw.
Big headbutt, like that. Oh, Sterling fires right back with one of his own. Never let it be said the members of the Aftermath are not hard-headed. Sterling going for the cover here. 2, only a count of 2. Got here coming up a little bit for the Killbilly, Aric Andrews.
He's calling for that crowd support.
Andrews, I think, a little bit more of a fighter. Actually, an underrated wrestler. If he can take Sterling down to the mat, but with Sterling having the advantage, I gotta believe that Aric Andrews would just as soon sock him in the jaws, wrestle him at this point. It'll create that opening, create some space.
He's down now, let's see.
Count of 1. Count of 2.
Oh,
No! Andrews still alive.
Oh, and he's fighting back.
Go to back, yes, sir. And now Andrews has got a mounted offensive. Andrews has got to put the hurting on Chet Sterling. Stinger Splash got nothing.
I think you're right about that corner. I think it's first.
Rough Rider. Big flying leg lariat from Sterling.
Looking to put him away now.
In the center of the ropes there, not looking to use the buckle. Oh, springed in on the elbow, got nothing. No water in the pool.
Aric Andrews trying to fight back.
Pretty much at a stalemate right here. The Killbilly against the former Aftermath apprentice, Andrews, with a big right cross, a second one. There's that southpaw. Sterling eating canvas on that one. Good looking capture, power slam. Woo! 2 and 75/100. Andrews looking a little frustrated here, CO.
Gotta be thinking they're frustrated, they're a little disoriented, they're wondering what they gotta do to put each other away.
Sharpshooter, good move. We said this guy can wrestle. Underrated wrestling skills from Andrews. Got that sharpshooter locked in.
It's definitely locked in. Chet's not even trying to crawl for the rope.
Crowd is calling for the tap here.
Will he do it?
Rip Joey Hogan is right there in great position. Crowd wants to see a tap.
There, he's got the rope. He's got to let him go. Aric Andrews frustrated now.
Shoot off, no sir. Side Russian, yes sir. Sterling dropped right on the back of his head. Andrews is calling for that knee trembler. No, sidestepped it. Go behind. Roll in reverse. Whoop. No, Andrews reverses it. 1, 2. Sterling re-reverses it. All tangled up on top. Got the bottom rope. No. All tangled up in the ropes they went. And now, CL Party, we are right back to that stalemate where both men are looking for the advantage.
The 10-minute mark.
Andrews trying to go to the ropes. Center up here, no! Sterling just takes that knee out from under, on top, feet are on the ropes, and got him.
Somebody get my stuff!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall in 10 minutes and 16 seconds. Chet Sterling! Please welcome out first, the Army of One, Marcellus King!
Another label signed me. Only so timely must only remind us. The first one get a shine something. If Detroit, well, she was some heavy metal with some important quarters. A little something from the Army from Michigan. Basically, only stripping on the instruments.
Arik Royal! And ladies and gentlemen, let it be known, both of these men are quarterfinalists in the 2014 Johnny Weaver Memorial Tournament.
Bell sounds, and as our ring announcer Randolph Hedrick alluded to, both of these men have already won quarterfinal round matchups in the Weaver Cup tournament. These are two of the men who will make up the final four on finals night, Saturday night, August the 23rd, live at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, 1001 Springwood Avenue, Gibsonville, North Carolina. Marcellus King, Arik Royal, and Dangerous E. Corey Edsel have thus far qualified for the Weaver Cup Tournament Final Four. We will see one more semifinalist on Saturday night, August the 9th. The Brad Stutts and CL Party here at the Mako D. Bigelow Community Center in Burlington, North Carolina, as part of the 2014 Reading Rumble. And Marcellus King perhaps trying to goad Arik Royal into a little bit of a false sense of security here.
I have to say, Arik Royal, he seems in a lot better mood this week. Last time we saw him, he was throwing things, throwing a little temper tantrum. He's pretty mad he lost that championship.
Well, you gotta think that making it to the semifinals of the Weaver Cup will have a tendency to put a man in a little bit better mood. King extends the hand. King has said throughout his time in CWF Mid-Atlantic in 2014 that he needs no friends, he needs no allies, and Arik Royal is not gonna be duped by the likes of Marcellus King, holding on to that handshake, and he has got the Army of One firmly in his clutches. However,
props to Marcellus King for, accepting this match, taking on Arik Royal, because after what we've seen of him lately, I would not have wanted to get in that ring with him.
Royal was such a great champion for 560 days here in CWF Mid-Atlantic, and I know how much Royal loves being involved in community events such as this. Royal loves any opportunity that we have to wrestle in front of the kids. The Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, the Greensboro Eagles Youth Club, the Sumner Civitans, and right here today for the kids of the Alamance County Public Library's summer reading program. If your church group, youth ball club, civic organization would like CWF Mid-Atlantic to partner with you on an upcoming fundraiser event, visit CWF247.com under the Services tab and contact us. We would love to come raise funds for your church group, youth ball team, any kind of civic organization or charitable cause. We would absolutely love to partner with you. CL Party, there's never quite an atmosphere like when we have partnered with the community on an event like today. We get to expose some new faces to CWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, and we get to make a positive impact on our local community here in Alamance County.
Yeah, you can definitely tell, like you said, the atmosphere's different. It's a lot more fun. They're having fun in there trying to entertain the kids, and the fans are definitely behind, Arik Royal in this matchup, and a little scuffle there.
Royal still has that intensity, still has that concentration and that focus that made him Mid-Atlantic champion for 560 days. And how strange was it to see Arik Royal come to the ring just now without the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship around his waist, something we got so accustomed to seeing 560 days as champ before he was upset by the All-Stars Roy Wilkins. It took the golden ticket, a biased referee, 8 people running in, and an act of God to get that championship off of Arik Royal. But now he finds himself just another contender in the Weaver Cup tournament looking for another title opportunity, CL.
Yeah. The intensity of this match, like I said, they're having fun, but they're still going after each other. Marcellus, he doesn't mess around.
Marcellus King, the first man to punch his ticket to finals night on August the 23rd. Defeated Court Montgomery and Jordan Flight in one night of absolute justice to punch his ticket. Cover two, Arik Royal at No Excuses punched his ticket to the finals night in one night, defeating the assassin Ric Kandrack and the head honcho Trevor Lee in a situation. Back kick from Royal. Royal on top with the cover, only got two. A situation still developing there where it was Roy Wilkins who cost Trevor Lee that matchup in the Weaver Cup tournament. Roy Wilkins with the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship cracked Trevor Lee right in the face with it, and Arik Royal capitalized and got the pin. Now a situation where it looks like the Aftermath and the All-Stars are a little bit at odds due to Trevor Lee being knocked out of the Weaver Cup tournament by Roy Wilkins.
You gotta know that Roy Wilkins now having that title around his waist. The All-Stars, the Aftermath are definitely gonna be coming for him.
The champion has virtually no friends here in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Well, let's be honest, Roy Wilkins didn't have that many to begin with.
Oh, that's a fair point. Royal firing away here. King went to the throat right there. Do not think that referee Charles Richardson saw it. And King firing away in the buckle. These two faced off for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship back at Madness in Any Direction back in March. Big drop kick since the former champ down. Went something like 28 minutes. Cover only got two, and a lot of people, CL Party, believe that it was that match with Marcellus King that really began the downfall of Arik Royal as champion. No one had ever pushed Arik Royal like that to 28 minutes. After that, Arik Royal found himself against multiple challengers. Each one took a little bit more out of him, and a lot of people believe that that is what ultimately left him vulnerable for Roy Wilkins of the All-Stars to swoop in and capture the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. A lot of people point to that matchup with Marcellus King, who we see in the t-shirt now, grinding away on the arm of the former Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. A lot of people, CL, believe that it was that match with Marcellus that started his downfall.
Yeah, but to your earlier point, you know, it took a lot to get that belt off of his waist. You know, like you said, it was a biased referee. There was like 10 guys in the ring. It wasn't like he lost it fair and square. They still, even though, like you said, he may have cracked a little bit, they still had to do a lot to get that title from him.
Yeah, cracks in the foundation is a great way of putting it. King now with that abdominal stretch on Royal.
There's the referee asking him if he's going to give up. Not yet. Marcellus King holding on to the rope. Ref didn't see it.
King using that top rope. That's going to put extra leverage, and referee Charles caught it. Uh-oh, Royal breaks out. But how much damage was done to the back of the champion? We talked about the aggressive schedule that Arik Royal took on as champion. Many people believe that that first match with Marcellus back at the end of March was what started his decline. Hurricane Rana from the former champion. Royal in every match pulls out something new. In every match shows that he is getting better and stronger and faster. Arik Royal is on the hunt to become a two-time Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, even though he's no longer champion, he's still fighting like one.
But in the corner could be the Exploder. No. Beast mode right into the back, in between the shoulder blades. The look on Marcellus King's face says he is hurt. Here we go. No, sir. Marcellus is trying not to let him have that exploder suplex.
Both of these men have taken a lot in this match. They're in a lot of pain, but they're still giving it all they've got.
Ron Simmons, spinebuster. As we pass the 10-minute mark, cover 2.5. Big Ron Simmons spinebuster there from the former Mid-Atlantic champion, and he might be going for that big tackle, CO Party.
Looks like it. He's getting fired up.
Crowd here is firmly behind him.
Marcellus getting up.
Leapfrogs over the tackle. Great move. Oh, spear! Spear! Marcellus King is going to upset the former champion right here. Right here. Cover. 2. No. Great physical toughness from Arik Royal. Great presence of mind. He knew where he was. He waited. And before that 2 count could even really register, he was up. Was going to take no chances on losing his concentration. Murdered around, no. Crucifix, shoulders are down, 2, no. Inside cradle, these guys are getting everything they've got here. 2, no. Even bout thus far. These two could cross paths again in the Weaver Cup tournament. Big spine buster. King says that's it. Will he upset the former champ? No.
Arik Royal saying not today.
Great matchup between these two Weaver Cup semifinalists. They could meet again on finals night, Saturday, August the 23rd, 1001 Springwood Avenue, Gibsonville, North Carolina. We could be looking at the next Weaver Cup tournament champion in this ring right here. It would be the unprecedented 3rd time for Royal. Royal going up to the ropes here. On the shoulders, heads up. Victory roll. No, King is trying to block it. Victory roll. Shoulders are down. 2. He got it. Huge win for the former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. Arik Royal is looking to regain the title August 23rd at finals night. Arik Royal!
For making this possible, and joining me right now is Casey Neese, who is the coordinator of the youth reading program, director of the program, and really the point man that was responsible for CWF Wrestling being involved with the summer reading program. And Casey, I understand we've got some presentations to make of some of the kids who were the top readers for the summer program.
Sure do. We've got 3 championship readers today. We've got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. And I guess we're probably ready to get that done. Absolutely. We had 3 top readers. Brendan Christopher Lee Brown, please come on up and see me. Round of applause, folks. Real Brown, please come up and see me. And Olivia Diane Mason, please come up and see me. All right, now, this summer these 3 read like mad. Now, we counted minutes all summer long. They went ahead and were our 3 top raters. Coming in at 3rd place, with 4,440 minutes read over summer reading, Olivia Diane Mason. Congratulations. Coming in at 2nd place, and here's where it gets interesting because they're brother and sister. Somebody's gonna drop the elbow tonight. 2nd place, at 6,100 minutes, Brielle Brown. Congratulations. And finally, at a whopping 6,490 minutes. Dude, that's awesome. And our champion, winner of the belts, Brandon Brown. Congratulations, my friend. You are the champion. Brandon, why don't you roll up and drink real quick? Your chance to climb on up, buddy.
I want to
Got it? A round of applause for our 3 champions, folks. They did it. They made summer reading what it is. I would go ahead and let slip just how many minutes were read this summer. But I'm waiting expectantly to go ahead and see Coach Gemini go face first into the ground. So, without further ado, one more round of applause for our champs, and let the show continue.
Thank you guys so much, and really it is the kids that we're all about here this afternoon. CWF Mid-Atlantic loves any opportunity to reach out to the community. Events just like this, we are never more happy than when we can reach out and enrich the lives of the children in our community. So, if there's nothing further, Randolph Hedrick, let's get started with our next bout. It's just, yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Security.
I would like to say something right now. Thank you.
I'll hold it, you can talk.
All right, fair enough. For the uninitiated, allow me to introduce myself to all of you people, and I use that term very loosely. My name is Ethan Alexander Sharp, and I am the smartest man in all of professional wrestling. Now let me tell you something. You bunch of children here don't know anything about reading. Let me tell you about reading. When I was a kid, I read so many books in 1 year that they named this street, this Sharp Road, after me. Now, let me tell you another thing. If there's one thing that I'm thoroughly sick of around here, it's a bunch of snot-nosed little bratty kids coming out here being all loud and obnoxious and foul-smelling, and I am quite frankly ready to put an end to all that. So here's what I am proposing. I'm going to make a wager, even though I'm not exactly a gambling man. I bet that the team of Manny Garcia and his friend Darius will defeat the team of Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs later on tonight.
That's our next bout, if I remember correctly.
Absolutely. And when they do, I will be instituting a 3-month ban at the CWF Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium at 1001 Sprinkler Avenue, Gibsonville, North Carolina, that will prevent any of you loud, annoying children from bothering me while I'm trying to watch wrestling.
Wait, that's what we're here for. We're here to hopefully get some of these kids to come out and see us at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium.
Now, there's more.
Who gave you power to do any of this?
My wallet gave me power to do this.
All right. So if Manny Garcia and Darius Walker win, what happens to Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs win?
If, and that's a pretty big if, for whatever reason, Donnie Dollars and Aric Biggs can win this match, then I, as much as I hate to admit it, will personally pay for every child in this building tonight to to come to any CWF Mid-Atlantic show for the next 3 months.
3 kids tickets for 3 months. If Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs win the tag team match that's coming up right now. You guys all heard that, right? All right? So those are the stakes. 3 kids tickets. If Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs win the tag team matchup, if Garcia and Darius Lockhart win, no kids in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium for 3 months. Randolph, let's bring the teams out.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the CWF Mid-Atlantic Collision Champion and heavy Manny Garcia! And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the tag team of Donnie Dollars and Everett.
I will go in, but it says right here on page 32. It says Manny Garcia. I don't care what the book says. Shut up! Don't touch me. You go right there, cause it says. Thank you. Even the man. Shut up, Charles. All right. Okay. You got this though. Let's hear what the thing is. You got some. Who played that?
Bell sounds tag team action with a side bet here at the Reading Rumble. It is Manny Garcia and Darius Lockhart taking on Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs. And according to Ethan Sharp, the VIP out here in the crowd, he says that if Garcia and Lockhart win, he does not want any children at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium for the next 3 months worth of cards, but if Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs wins, he will buy all the children's tickets for the next 3 months worth of events, free admission for all kids for the next 3 months that are here today if Dollars and Biggs win this big tag team battle. So high stakes in this one. Darius Lockhart locking up with Donnie Dollars here. Clothesline, nope, that didn't work. Lockhart got a lot of personality. Oh God, clothesline from Donnie Dollars.
Not a lot of power though. Manny Garcia helping him out. Crowd showing their support for Donnie Dollars, but nothing he can do right now. They're outside the ring.
Garcia, animated as always on the outside, and he is screaming at Darius to get in the game. That's a lot of power on the other team.
Big Aaron coming in now.
Uh-oh. Double pack elbow, double palm strike to the face. And I would not want to be across the ring from Aaron Biggs.
No, sir.
Darius, a little bit of an advantage there. Nope, through the legs. Did not get anything on that one.
He's trying to use
that didn't work.
quickness, but every time he hits them, they don't go down.
Ooh! I would underneath that big man. Cover. Garcia with a mighty pull. He may have hurt himself on that.
He had to. It was an act of desperation.
Garcia down on the floor. He may have hurt himself trying to pull Big Aaron Biggs off of it.
Manny trying to get that tag, shouting words of encouragement.
Uh-oh.
Not much Darius can do from that position.
And he is holding Darius Lockhart. Beat the lay on the vertical suplex.
Manny pulling him out again. It's the only thing he can do.
Garcia holding his partner up on the floor. And fanning him off with that Dominican flag. Darius does not want to get back in there. Darius Lockhart is saying, please don't put me back in, coach.
There he goes, though. Not much Manny Garcia can do at this point. Just wait for the tag that probably won't come.
Biggs is just carrying him around like a small child. Tagging to Donnie Dollars. I really like this team of Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs.
Well, you know, Aaron Biggs has been tagging with Chris Shoshmove Lee as of late, but Donnie hasn't really been tagging much lately. But it's interesting to see how well he's working in a tag team.
I thought after the partnership with Nick Richards dissolved that Donnie Dollars would never trust another tag team partner again. This is a big, powerful duo, though.
Well, you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Absolutely. Garcia sent to the floor, and Darius goes to the knee. Maybe the best thing he could do right there against a bigger opponent. Lockhart now choking away. Referee Charles Richardson got to break the choke before 5.
Manny Garcia is just all over this ring. Isn't he supposed to stay in his corner?
Supposed to be on the apron so that he can receive the tag if need be. Looks like he is directing traffic more than anything on the outside here. Oh, got the knee over the edge of the ring, and he is hiding behind Randolph Hedrick on the outside.
Aaron Biggs, too late to stop it. And he finally gets that tag in.
Garcia, legal for the first time in this bout.
Aaron Biggs trying to get the crowd behind Donnie Dollars so he can get over and make that tag, but not looking too good for him. Manny Garcia getting distracted though.
And now Darius Lockhart on top of Donnie again, just peppering him, choking him. Garcia trying to drag him back to the corner. Cover, referee Charles not sure what to make of the double team there. He caught Darius, and referee Charles Richardson is hollering at Darius in the far corner there.
It's almost like you need a different referee to watch every man in this match.
Absolutely. I've always contested that these tag team bouts should have 2 referees.
Especially with people like Manny Garcia and Darius Lockhart. You never know what tricks they've got up their sleeves.
Cover 2. Only got 2. Now we're beginning to see what this tag team of Darius and Garcia have got. Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs looked really good in the opening moments.
It's all that double teaming, you know, catching up to them.
On that ankle there, Darius barring the leg.
Manny Garcia still shouting commands almost from the outside.
Donnie might have been trying to catch a break there. Gotta be careful not to leave the shoulders down for too long. Manny Garcia hot dogging on the apron as Lockhart is doing the heavy lifting in the ring against both Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs. Manny Garcia, the television champion, certainly seems very apt and willing to let Darius Lockhart do the bulk of the work in this tag team bout so far.
Well, look at that team they're facing, wouldn't you?
No, absolutely. You couldn't pay me enough to get on the apron against these 2 big behemoths. Dollars walking him into the buckle, but Garcia expertly distracts referee Charles Richardson. Biggs is legal, but I don't think referee Charles Richardson is going to allow the tag.
Meanwhile, Manny Garcia going to work on Donnie Dollars here.
You hear Biggs pleading his case to the official.
Manny Garcia mocking him. Plotting some other move here.
Garcia directing his partner here. Oh, right into the knee.
Aaron Biggs getting so frustrated.
Cover 2-2.
Manny Garcia.
And now everyone is getting frustrated with referee Charles Richardson. 2 men are in the ring. Garcia is being pushed back to his corner where he belongs. No, he snuck back in there.
Charles Richardson's really gonna have to do something to get control of this match again.
Oh, he sent them into each other. Woo, big boot. Garcia almost cut a flip there. Oh!
Right into Aaron Biggs.
Into that flying fist press. Just creamed him. Absolutely wiped Darius out on the flying fist press.
Ethan Sharp is not looking happy over there.
That's 3 months of free admission for all the kids in attendance here today. And Lockhart is a stain on the canvas. They're gonna have to pick him up with a spatula.
Donnie Dollars and Aaron Biggs.
All right, well, MJ, you're here with us. But
All right, let's get into the ring, MJ, because I know everybody came to see me body slam you in the middle of the ring, and that's what we're going to do right now. Come on, I want a referee here to raise my hand before I slam MJ. Now, just before, let's make sure everybody understands what's going on here. I made a bet with MJ that all these kids around here can't read. They can't read. They couldn't pass a number of minutes for the whole summer. And I think that number was something like 100,000 minutes. Isn't that right? 200,000 minutes. 100,000 minutes is what I picked. So if you don't have more than 100,000 minutes on that paper, I'm going to body slam you right now. So come here, Jackie. Hold the microphone.
You hold my hand. You will raise my hand when it's number. Wait a minute, we need to know the number.
Who's reading the number? You were reading that? You're cheating. Come here, Jack. Come here.
I got it.
You got it? I don't trust you, Brad.
I'm not
going to let your stooge read the number. I got it right here. All right? Is that correct? That's been verified? Okay. The final tally of minutes read by the students of the summer reading program is 159,376 minutes. Now that's 2,656 and a half hours, or 110 days worth of minutes. Now, the bet was that if they didn't make the total, then you would get to body slam MJ, the director of the library. But if they did make the total, then MJ was going to get to show off her wrestling moves that were taught to her by the Mid-Atlantic champion Arik Royal back before he had the title stolen from him. So now we're going to see what the champ taught MJ on how to wrestle the coach right here, right now.
think we ought to beat you up next. I think that's what we ought to do. Don't you think so? You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Yeah, I want to fight you. You want to fight me? I'll fight you right now. Well, come on in, folks. Come on in.
We might have one more match after all.
You only see me knock the coach out? I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock you out and I'll snatch that whistle to pieces. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, Randolph, it looks like we got another stage to main event this afternoon.
What do you think, Burlington? I'm up for it. How about singles action? One fall to 20. Chappie? Serious?
The bell sounds as Arik Royal takes on Chappie.
I don't even know this cat's full name. I just know Chappie. He's got him though. Arik Royal's got him a halter one. Walter Eaton on the outside, pulling out the leg of Royal. Could be a 3-on-1 situation here on the outside against the former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion.
With the All-Stars, even when you've got an even number of guys out there, you're always outnumbered because they're just sneaky and dirty.
Well, it looks like officially it will be Arik Royal, the former Mid-Atlantic champion, against the Goon Squad's Walter Eaton. Two former Mid-Atlantic champions. And of course, Eaton, way back in 2008, won the Johnny Weaver Cup. A feat that Arik Royal is attempting to do himself here coming up on finals night, Saturday night, August the 23rd at the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. Royal, a two-time former winner of the Weaver Cup trophy, and he is going for his third one here in the month of August, CL.
Walter Eaton smooth talking Robby Walsh there, trying to distract him while they just play that numbers game on Arik Royal. Walter Eaton getting out of the ring, pick him up now. And now they're just brawling outside. Robby Walsh starting the count. Crowd calling for a body slam, and oh, Walter Eaton gets out of it. Right into the ring post. Robby Walsh continuing the count. I don't think they even care at this point.
Royal has got his game face on here against Walter Eaton. The unscheduled main event action here at the Reading Rumble.
Look at the coach hiding behind Chappie. He's always got a million people willing to stand in front of him. I don't get it. Where does he find these guys?
Yeah, I can understand him wanting to have people, but who would follow the coach anywhere?
Especially as much as he runs his mouth, if you're volunteering to, fight his battles for him, you got a long list of enemies.
Cover.
Robby No Socks Walsh trying his best to keep this match under control.
Tie up Eaton, taking to the buckle here. No, Royal, two former Mid-Atlantic champions, slugging it out here at the Reading Rumble.
I have to say, Robby Walsh Walsh's hair has held up excellently during this entire show.
Even in the heat and the humidity here. Oh, 2 feet in the chest of the former champion.
Walter Eaton talking to that crowd. The Goon Squad, they don't seem to make a lot of friends wherever they go.
No, certainly not. Scoop slam. Cover 2. Only 2.
Using every bit of that count he's got. Robby Walsh trying to break it up. If he doesn't watch it, he's going to get disqualified.
Eaton, one of the prizes in Coach Gemini's All-Stars. Sunset flip, no. Multiple-time former tag team champion with Roy Wilkins, former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champ, former television champ. Right now, the only man in the All-Star stable that is not carrying around some gold, as we have talked about throughout the afternoon. Roy Wilkins, the new Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, having defeated Arik Royal. And of course, the assassin Ric Converse, currently the holder of the golden ticket.
Yeah, say what you want about Coach Gemini, but he gets his men their gold. Now, how he does it is a different story.
Eaton controlling Royal now, and you know, Royal is really having to show how his stamina is right now. He may have to wrestle twice on finals night on August the 23rd.
Hopefully by then he'll just be wrestling one man though, as opposed to right now where it's about 4.
Anyone could wind up in that 4th spot. Like we said earlier, we know that Arik Royal, Marcellus King, Dangerous E. Corey Edgel will be 3 of the final 4 in this year's Weaver Cup tournament. 4th spot will be filled Saturday, August the 9th.
It's Walter Eaton again, distracting referee Robby Walsh, and they're taking advantage on the outside. It's a very similar situation to how Arik Royal lost that belt in the first place. Now he's starting to count as Walter Eaton's rolling out of the ring.
Firing away, those forearm strikes. Eaton has not wrestled tonight. Royal has, and we are seeing what kind of gas the former champ has in the reserves right here.
Arik Royal looks like he's getting fired up again.
Uh-oh, the former champ looking like he means business here. Oh, right in the face of Eaton. Royal is dominating right now. Coach is calling for Chappie to get in. Chappie not having any effect on the former Mid-Atlantic champion. Robby Walsh not even bothering with the disqualification. Oh, he sent Chappie flying. Uh-oh. Royal is measured in no. 2 feet, no sir. Exploder. Boom. Uh-oh, heads up, heads up, heads up. Tackle. He sent Eaton for Arik Royal when we determine the 2014 Weaver Cup champ, Saturday night, August the 23rd. Corey!
Arik Royal!
Corey!
We are CWF Mid-Atlantic, representing time. CWF 247.com. All matches
August 23rd, Corey.
Pro Wrestling International. You may visit
You don't get to win. You don't get to win.
Arik Royal, you just proved that you can wrestle twice in one night if need be on August 23rd for the finals of the Weaver Cup. What are your thoughts?
I've done it before. I've done it twice. I've won the Weaver Cup 2 times. The only person to do it. But August 23rd, it's much more than just that Weaver Cup. You see, Corey Etzel, you took something from me that meant everything to me. And I know that this Weaver Cup means everything to you. So you know what? When I see you August 23rd, my whole plan, my whole purpose is to make sure that you don't even leave August 23rd, that you don't even walk, that you can't breathe, because Corey, you have all of me. You have liberated me. And on August 23rd, your dream dies just like you killed mine.